What's up, you guys? My name is Grady. I listen to country music on this channel, and I'm back today with another video. Now, usually on this channel, I'm covering some pretty mainstream stuff, and not only do I like mainstream country music a lot of the time, I also, like this channel actually getting some views, and I'm interested in what other people are interested in, and so it makes sense for me to cover the stuff that a lot of people are listening to. But, that being said, there's a lot of value, I think, in actually following my heart and listening to the stuff that I want to listen to. And the best evidence of that I have from a traffic standpoint on this channel would be my video from last year of Jason Isbell's If We Were Vampires. That video is one of my most viewed videos ever, despite the fact that Jason Isbell is not some like Luke Bryan level star. I think there are people that, want to see some sort of content created about artists that they actually like and listen to that are often ignored by the people that only cover mainstream stuff. So I want to keep this channel really well balanced, and because of that, I'm going to listen to an artist that I really, really respect today, and her name's McKenna. Now, McKenna has actually released a number of albums of her own, but she's found most of her success in Nashville as a songwriter. She has very famously written Humble and Kind, for which she won 2017 Songwriter of the Year at the ACM Awards, the first solo woman to do so. She often writes with Liz Rose and Hillary Lindsay. I forget what they call their little songwriting trio, but they wrote Girl Crush, and they also were the team that wrote with Carrie Underwood for her new single Cry Pretty. McKenna, what else has she written? I Want Crazy by Hunter Hayes. I already mentioned Girl Crush. She's written a bunch of songs, but by far, probably her biggest solo cut is Humble and Kind. And it's so rare to see a solo cut actually take off within country music, because most songs have like 3 writers, or if you're Thomas Rhett or Keith Urban, they have like 19, because you got to include all the producers and all the people whose song you're sampling. So all of which is to say, Lori McKenna is a great songwriter, and a lot of songwriters I respect look up to her as a songwriter. So I'm going to check out her new single today. It's called People Get Old, which already kind of has charmed me. There's an official audio version of this, but it's just sort of boring to watch official audio versions or just listen to them. So I'm going to watch her performing it, and I'm going to get into this song.
Someone said youth is wasted on the young. Spell their last drop of time that summer in the sun. My daddy had a Timex watch, cigarette in his hand and a mouthful of scotch. Spinning me around like a tilt-a-whirl on his own.
Guys, can I just say something? We've already had nouns like watch and tilt-a-whirl and scotch, and isn't it so nice to hear real words? Golly. I'm one verse in and I'm in on this song.
Houses need paint, winters bring snow, kids coming in, out from the cold. Small town dirt roads, and that's how it goes. You live long enough, people get old.
You live long enough, people get old.
I sat up proud beside him in the cab of that truck, going 30 miles an hour down a side road, talking about the fish we caught. And I'm older now than he was then. If I could go back in time, I would in a second. To his beat up blue jeans and a t-shirt with the sleeves cut off. Houses need paint, winters bring snow, kids growing up and sneaking out the window.
Wow.
Hitting every small town dirt road, and that's how it goes. You live long enough, people get old.
Guys, this song is incredible. I'm only halfway through it, but I'm 29. I have a lot of friends that are getting married right now, that are starting to have kids, and they can't hang out with me as much as they used to. Or their basement floods. Or they're putting on siding this weekend. Sorry, man, can't meet up with you. And that's interesting to see. And I try and think I am a good friend through that, but there's an element of me that's like, I feel a lot of things. Maybe like a degree of admiration that's kind of coupled with a degree of a little bit of jealousy that's also coupled with just this like fear that, oh my gosh, we're getting older. Like, you really have kids now. Your life's really starting. That's kind of interesting, to say the least. And, like, the youth is fleeting. You know, my teeth aren't white. I have some crow's feet. That's happening. And I love that this song is actually just talking about aging. And it's doing it in a really lighthearted, just real, down-to-earth way. Houses need to get painted. There's lots of tasks that we have to do in life, and that's all part of, like, getting older and growing up. And she's sort of talking about, like, yeah, I remember being in a truck with this guy when he was, like, hot, basically. But now we're getting older. She's just so down to earth. Makes it fun to listen to.
Yeah, people get old. Well, Daddy keeps busy in the afternoons playing cards by himself.
Oh man, we're in a nursing home.
Shouldn't be shoveling that first snow, but you know he won't take the help. Full of pride and love, he don't say too much, but hell, he never did. And you still think he's 45, and he still thinks that you're a kid. But one day you find yourself saying the things they said. You'll be walking down the hallway, turning off every light switch. And you'll twirl your kids in your arms. Before you know it, won't take too long. They'll be running off, making a laugh just like you did. 'Cause houses need paint, winters bring snow.
Woo!
Nothing says love like a band of gold. Babies grow up and houses get sold, and that's how it goes. Time is a thief, pain is a gift. The past is a past, it is what it is.
The lyrics are so good and coming so fast.
Tells a story somebody knows. It's just how it goes. You live long enough, the people you love get old.
This is the best song I've heard in so long. I'm moved by this. You better applaud her, DJ. Oh no, they just fade to black. Guys, holy crap. That, like, bridge, final verse into the final chorus where she switches up the lyrics, that's so freaking powerful. This is a beautiful song that is being real about aging, and it's doing it without the cynicism of fear that you're getting older. It's like, if you live long enough, people will get old. And it's revering marriage and your children growing up and your parents aging. Man, that line where she said, my father thinks he's still 45 and I'm still a child. I look at my own parents and I'm like, gosh, they still, grapple with, they're not all alive still, but with their parents. This song is universal. What a beautiful song. I'm kind of like lost for words right now because her words were so beautiful and every single line was just doing something for me. I'm going to look up Laurie McKenna, People Get Old lyrics, because I'm going to read these. Yes, I love Genius. I love Genius. Pretty much all the songs I really like on Genius never have annotations, but I love it. Guys, yes, I'm going to go just skim through the song, listen to these words, and how fun it is to hear words. Timex, cigarette, mouthful of scotch, tilt-a-whirl, houses, paint, supper, billfold, fish we caught, sleeves, cards, shoveling snow, pride, love, you're walking down the hallway, turning off every light switch, band of gold, time is a thief. I mean, guys, these are gorgeous actual words, the way that they're woven together. I don't know if she had co-writers on this song. I think it was just her. But this song is a masterclass to me in songwriting. I'm giving this song an easy, well, I've only heard the live version, but this little live version I've heard, I'm giving that 10 beards out of 10. It's perfect. Let me just listen to the real one. Sounds like the production's not going to get in the way. This is a magical song. I'm amazed. I mean, I don't know exactly what to say about it. other than her voice is a storytelling voice. It's very matter of fact. It's not dressed up. There's no big high notes. It's just sort of mimics the tone of the song, which is like the world keeps spinning. It's very humble in her delivery. It's a very humble thing to sing about. You know, whereas you might hear messages in pop music of like, you're going to be forever young. Let's make the most of the night like you're going to die young. And even on, you know, that's a sentiment that runs through some of Zach Brown's Jekyll and Hyde album. You know, we're going to we're going to live like tomorrow never comes. Charlie Worsham sings about that. And here we have Lori McKenna doing something very different, just being like, people get old and they die and the world keeps spinning. That's a really humble place to come from. And it makes me respect her as a songwriter, that she's dealing with reality as it is. And the way she's delivering that vocal matches that sort of sentiment, which is very matter of fact. I loved hearing this. And I liked hearing kind of her perspective as a woman that's aging in the country music world. And has probably seen, you know, a few lines of stars come and go in the time that she's been working as a songwriter. And has seen kind of the cyclical nature of that work. Man, that song was good. It made me feel things. Honestly, it kind of reminds me of Adele's When We Were Young, in that there's not that many songs that are just about like, we're getting older. And Adele has that line, I'm so mad I'm getting older, and it's dramatic. And Lori's not mad she's getting older. She's just getting older. And we're all getting older. So, man, like I said, 10 beards out of 10 for this song. It's incredible. I'm going to listen to it like 50 times now. And check out Lori McKenna if you haven't. I'm looking forward to her album, The Tree. It is produced by Dave Cobb. You know what? Let me give this a really quick listen, because Dave Cobb's production has been scaring me a little bit lately. Not in this one. Her vocal's right up there. It's not getting lost in ambience. Boom. Great song. Let me know what you think of it. Sorry if this video is a little scattered. That song's amazing. All right. Bye, guys. That's not the off button. That's just me playing it again.